Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be, it's going to be a pour. I've saved all these little cups. I think I threw them all away, but I showed you in some videos before, they're just little plastic cups with a plastic lid. So when I mix paint, sometimes I mix a little bit too much more than what I want to use or I end up using. So I pour those in those little cups, put the top on, and it saves it for a while. Well, they've been sitting here for quite a while now. I use them every now and then. So finally I thought, these are getting, some of them were, I'd used most of it out of it, and it was very dry, very little at the bottom, and you really couldn't do much with it unless you just mix more paints. And then it dries on the sides. So then when you're mixing it, it gets hard pieces in it. When you pour it, it's in the paint. So I had, I don't know how many I did. I'd probably say a dozen different colors probably in this dirty pour. And so it's basically just get rid of all the paints, the excess paints I had in those little cups, threw the cups away because I'm really not going to use them anymore. They were real cheap anyway. So what I wanted to do was just do a canvas. I actually thought I had enough that I could do a really big canvas and just kind of really do it. And then I thought, no, I think I only have enough for a 12 by 12, which is what I'm going to use. And I really don't know how much this is really going to turn out well. We'll see. I've already got it all poured into a big cup. There was, there was 2 or 3 different browns. There was a kind of an iridescent graphite, which is not a black, but it's kind of a grayish black. So there were some dark colors in there, and I don't know how well they're going to mix. I got some yellows. I got some, I don't think I had any greens. I had some copper, some gold, some silver, I added some white, some orange, some red. And so it's really hard how this is going to turn out. It might turn out great. It might turn out looking like a big painting of mud. So we'll see. So I've already got it all in there. I found a canvas. I actually found one that kind of has a nail sticking up in the corner, but the paint will cover it up. It's not real far up, but it's just enough to kind of puncture the canvas. So it's kind of a junk canvas anyway. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so we've got our canvas. Here is the nail. I don't know if you can see that. I kind of hammered it down. I think I bent it because it was sticking up through there. But like I said, there it is. So basically a junk canvas. I'd probably just throw it away, but I was going to throw it away. But I thought, well, excuse me. I thought I would just use it on this kind of experiment of just a bunch of getting rid of some paints. So I don't really know what pattern I'm going to use. A lot of times when I do this, I go just straight across like this and then let it run, but I might go in a circle. I don't know, I think I'm a little venturous. I think it'll just go straight. I think I'll start this way though. Here's my cup. As you can see, it's just full of different colors. So we'll start out and just see how this turns out. And there's probably going to be some lumps in it. There's those muddy colors right there. Well, there's some nice stuff there. I'm going to go across this way. Really get it going here. Really get it going. All right. So we'll give her a little torch real quick. Now see, you can't even see that nail right there. I'll always know it's there. You guys will always know it's there, but maybe the person that buys this will not know. So I'm going to move this around quite a bit. Get a nice pattern. I really like the brighter colors down here, so I don't want to lose them. I got that blue streak in there. Actually, I think I'm going to get rid of this little white corner down here without really losing that. And I think I'm going to get rid of that down there. Get a nice pattern like this. There you go. So that really didn't turn out too awful bad. Now, I usually, my last class that I taught, my paint class, I usually do a Dutch pour as my sample painting to example painting, I guess, to show them, because most of them go with the Dutch pours. They like blowing the paint around and stuff like that. So this last one, I actually did, I'm going to pour some paint in this corner. Just missed a little bit. So this last class, run a little bit of lines across here. I did this type of pour, which was just lines and then running around. And I told them at the end, because as I was pouring it, as you get down to where it's not as much paint in the cup and you have like just a string of paint coming out, that's where I like to go a different angle at it. And this is why, because it leaves all these, looks like cracks. I know this doesn't look like a piece of rock or granite or marble, but it does kind of give that effect of cracks in a marbly type of product. So you got these big cracks because I went back across of it. So every time I do one of these styles, I end up always doing the small lines across in it. And I don't really recall seeing anybody ever do that, but I just did it one day and I just love the effect of it. So I don't know if I came up with that, or, I mean, I came up with it, but I don't know if I was the first one to ever do it. But it was my idea on my painting. I didn't see it from somebody else. So I'm going to take credit for it. So we'll give it some torching. And again, I wasn't sure how this was going to come out. I really thought it was going to be a lot more muddier than what it is. It is kind of dark, but it's got some lighter stuff in it. I did put some orange in there at the end because I wanted a little bit lighter colors. You can see the blues coming through, and of course the white was in there. So, and then the yellow's in there with the blues, created this green. So it really has turned out a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. And I do have this one streak that pretty much kind of runs across at an angle at this piece. I love these cracks right here, and then there's all these little cracks right here, and it kind of makes it look like it's, I don't know what you want to say, like a broken glass, because you can see like the pattern, and then where the breaks are, it's like it's here, then here, then here in sections, and it did that there. That's a nice effect there. So, and I got a lot of little cracks up here. Boy, it's probably hard to see in the camera, but oh yeah. Well, maybe we'll try to get a close-up of that and see if we can see that. But I think it turned out a lot better than what I was expecting or even hoping that it would. So I'm happy with it, and we'll get it. Not sure if I'll resin it. I might. There's a little dry spot right there in the canvas. I'll probably resin it, and that way that nail right there in that corner will definitely not, like when this dries, it won't show up there. And they won't be able to feel it if they just grabbed it through resin. So I might resin this piece. Depends on how it dries and the colors, because if it dulls real bad, the resin will pull that and get it brighter. So I think we got a keeper. I really thought I was going to trash this one or paint over it. So, but I think I'll keep it.